In the beginning, there was only the abyss, a perpetual
Watching
darkness
people through my
where
window
terrible
again,
truths and kind lies
it's kind of
festered.
funny to see how happy they
Just
look.
as I start to lose hope, I hear rapid knocks at the door.
Over the past 3 years, we have been collaborating, creating and sharing. The Art Right Light project has come about through a pre-existing relationship that we've had with the Balnaves Foundation and a desire to kind of work at this nexus between creative arts and creative writing. What we've been trying to do is provide students with the opportunity to engage with real-life visual artists and to think about the ways that artists' process can be used in their writing process. What is happening is the students' writing is also being used to inspire the second artwork by those artists. So there's this kind of flow of inspiration and a kind of remote collaboration.
Art Right Light starts off with a group of young emerging writers being inspired by an artist. So in this case, it's a painter, and we look at their work and we get to hear about their process and how they exist as a creative person. And the themes that they're exploring then inform the work that the students, the young writers, are doing. So they are, in this instance, creating monologues that are going off of the themes being explored by Blak Douglas.
There are just so many reasons why we decided on Blak Douglas as a contributing artist for 2021. As a Dhungatti man, he is very, very willing to engage with bigger ideas of Aboriginal culture and Aboriginal storytelling, and he brings that to his works in a way that prompts students to think about the world that they live in.
I was riding my bike through Surrey Hills and I found this old school desk in a laneway being thrown out. I put it over my shoulders and rode it back to the studio. In the schools I was working with in Western Sydney, you'd hear the white teachers complaining about how they can't keep the black kids in class. And so I dreamt of the warrior spirit walking into that classroom, throwing that spear through the desk, grabbing the young one by the hand and taking them out. That's why they live in class, because that spirit's come in and said you should be outside right now because the bush pigeon's roosting and you should be getting the eggs from the tree.
The visit to Blak Douglas's studio was particularly exciting. There's something about seeing an artist in his or her studio that is like kind of seeing, you know, a lion out in the wild. There are artworks all around, so you can see Blak Douglas's process in real life, and the students were kind of fascinated by that. And for me, as somebody who is kind of working with the students to think about their own creative process, their writing process, what this kind of enabled students to see was their kind of job as an artist, their job as a writer, is to encourage the kind of curiosity that they felt as they walked into Blak Douglas's studio.
We had a great chat regarding the particular piece I painted for the Sydney Story Factory, primarily, but the opportunity arose for them to ask questions about my daily practice here in the studio and to quiz on what it's like to be a full-time artist.
In school, we don't really go on many excursions, and to go to like visit Blak Douglas and his studio, he told us his story about like how he started and the different aspects of art he did, and it was interesting to see.
It was fantastic to see the way the students interacted with Blak Douglas's original artwork. It enables students to be curious. It enables students to bring their own interpretation to that piece of artwork. And in doing so, it enables students to start thinking about the kind of value of their opinions and how what they have to say and what they have to think is important.
I express the importance on the use of metaphors in my work. That's what creates the cryptic puzzles for people to try and figure out.
We had detective stories that came out of this picture to really stark political statements that students had decided to write.
Just as I start to lose hope, I hear rapid knocks at the door.
Breathing hard, I lay on my back stretched out upon the grass.
My mind feels as if clouds have formed, blocking everything. But once these clouds shift, I'm left with the truth.
We thought we had defeated COVID this year, and for the first term, we did. But then, of course, COVID came back, and all of our programs have now been shifted into a digital format. What we are always after is students leaving our workshops becoming better equipped and more confident riders. And that is something that has definitely happened over the course of these workshops.
So we really targeted this program towards some of our Aboriginal children here. We've had students who don't necessarily share their voices very often. They've really been engaging and coming up with some really amazing writing that has been expressing who they are as people, and it's been seeing them take an even bigger step into the school community in sharing what they're doing here with Sydney Story Factory.
What's really important is that these kids' own creativity is nurtured, that they are encouraged to express their ideas, they have confidence in that, they have confidence in their creative output.
I really enjoy this because I don't really talk about my opinions, so doing this for this program, it's really helpful to me.
I've really enjoyed this program because it allows me to voice out my opinions about situations in life that I find difficult.
I definitely recommend this writing course for other kids because they can really express their opinions and their feelings if they can't do it in real life.
There's something about the Art Right Life project that really needed an incredibly special supporter, and we had that working with the Balnaves Foundation. Balnaves trusted us. They believed in the vision of this project. They understood the kind of value of art and the value of young people interacting with art, and that's something that we're incredibly thankful for. To see the writing of students transformed into projections, transformed into audio soundscapes that the public can engage with, it's a deep respect for the writing of these young people, which is something incredibly valuable.